Welcome to our 5 ways to create value from your PR exposure. Now, you have secured a national TV show. You have been on the top-rated radio show, or simply a local radio show, or you have been featured in the front page of a local paper. Now, what do you do with that? It's great, and there's been probably thousands of people that now know that you exist that didn't know that before the publication came out. So, I am going to walk you through 5 ways that you can truly maximize the value of the PR exposure. Because oftentimes, the magic begins after the feature. Oftentimes, the magic begins after the feature has already been placed, not necessarily when it happens. So I'll walk you through 5 different ways that you can do that, and hopefully you can take advantage of every single one of these and beyond. Number 1 is your website. As soon as that feature comes out, if you're able to get a copy of the podcast, or the link to the video that you have been submitted at, or even copies of the publication, the article, you can scan it. Whatever the case is, in whatever the feature that you received, it's going to be important to immediately place it on your website. People visiting your website need to know that now you have been featured on CBS 2 or ABC 5. You cannot imagine the power and the credibility that you'll generate by just simply having the logo or the link to the feature. People will come up to you and ask you about the experience. People will see you in a different light. Now, alongside with the website, the second way to create exposure is social media. I mean, we know that social media allows us to create this viral effect, allows us to reach the world, literally reach the world in a matter of minutes. And the other amazing thing about social media is that it has a sense of urgency, immediateness. We are able to create messages that are broadcasted to the world in a matter of minutes, and we're able to stay communicated. And this is a perfect vehicle to let the world know that you have been featured in a national TV show. A third way to create exposure from your media feature is to place it in every single one of the marketing tools that you have, whether it be brochures, business cards, white papers, articles. Every piece that you have should let people know that you have been recently featured in this media outlet. And it's an easy, cost-effective way to, again, create that credibility, create that exposure, and solidify the relationships that you already have with your circle of influence. Another great way to do this, and I love this one because a lot of people underestimate the power of their email signature. Think of how many emails you send on an ongoing basis every single day. Think of how many emails you receive. Think of your autoresponder. Think of how many people you touch that might not be part of your database or might not be part of your ongoing communication. But think of featuring this media placement as an add-on line in your signature with a link to the feature. And it's such an amazing passive way to do this. You'll have thousands of people come up to you and say, wow, I did not know that you were featured on CBS 2. And for those people that were doubting whether they should do business with you, as you're submitting this proposal attached to your amazing signature, they will have an easier time saying you are the right company to work with. So do not underestimate the power of your email and the power of passive marketing that it can provide. Now, another one of my favorite ways, and this is the 5th way that you can harness the power of a media feature, is by adding it to your bio. Now, your bio is placed in a variety of locations. If you're doing speaking engagements, you're most likely to send your bio to that organization that is having you speak. If you have a social media account, such as Facebook or primarily LinkedIn, you're able to update your bio immediately and having links to those features. Now, you can also begin as you go to networking events, as you have your 30-second commercial, you can begin incorporating the fact that you were featured on CBS 2 to your presentations. Something like this. My name is ABC. I work at this company. This is what we believe in. And most recently have been featured on A, B, and C. That statement, closing your positioning statement, your bio with that statement, gives you incredible credibility and furthers the relationship with the person that you're speaking with, and they see you in a different light. So I encourage every one of you to take advantage of the 5 ways to harness the power of media by posting it on your website, posting it in social media networks, adding it to your marketing tools, adding it to your email signature, and most importantly, begin immediately using it as you're meeting people, letting them know that you have been recently featured in this media outlet. Thank you and have an amazing day.